Hey guys, welcome back to another deadline stream. I hope you guys can hear me and everything is fine. And we have the live transfer window back as well. Yep, good to go. We'll catch up with some of the text that came earlier. Pick two transfers: Son to Kevin De Bruyne, Fraser to Saka, or Werner to Nketiah Richarlison. I think the two transfers would be Saka and Richarlison. I think I prefer that. Kane to his minus 12 on bench boost. I wouldn't do it. For minus 12, I don't think removing a double gimmick player essentially for another double gimmick player is the best move to do. You can go about it like that, but it's not necessary. Okay, yes. We have a lot of questions coming in and only 30 minutes left. Chelsea team news. There is no team news. There won't be any team news. I think we play our strongest 11 tonight, and I think that's going to happen. I think the only change that could happen is Lukaku coming in for Havertz. Havertz to Foden or Mahrez for a minus. So if I had to pick Mahrez, better long term. He has the most points per minute. He's a great asset and is very highly involved on with the City team. He's also on pens. Jesus plus Robertson or Trent plus Watkins. Jesus Robertson. Cancelo, James, Trent, Madison, Saka, Kevin De Bruyne, Jesus, Richarlison, and Nketiah. Looks like a decent free hit. I like the midfield apart from Madison, but then it's fine. I think Madison, if he might not start the first one. Apparently, we've been reading news that he might not, but he'll still get minutes of the match and start the Watford game, which is what everyone wants. I've done my free hit. I'm gonna play my triple captain tonight, so I'm very curious. Which way should I go? Should I go for a Jesus move or for a Salah triple captain? That's a move that I have to make on the stream. Apart from that, it's all done. Iheanacho, Richarlison or free hit? Richarlison. Has to be Richarlison. Son plus Tavares or Mate plus Luis Diaz. Son plus Tavares. Is Thiago Silva nailed? He's nailed for the first or either of the game. I don't think he starts the second one. He is not that fit, and I don't think so. We'll risk him for the Leeds game. It's unnecessary. I have 10 double game week players with free hit and triple captain left, but no City Arsenal players. Should I use free hit this game week or next week? It depends on you. Probably can make a -4 and get in enough City players to strengthen your squad, and you can then make shift for the next week. But if your team does have a lot of Pookie, Dennis, and such double game players, you might want to free hit this week and then figure it out next week. Will Salah play both games? Absolutely, he will. Diaz will absolutely Salah will play both games, and I have no doubt about it. I think Diaz or Laporte again. I think, and I've been reading the City forums, and I think Laporte will be best by getting benched one game. And if I had to pick, there's only 0.1 of difference. If you're buying someone, I buy Diaz. If you have Laporte, you hold him. You don't sell him for whatsoever reason. Start Kulusevski or Dean Kulusevski. Alonso, good shot. Yes, he is. A lot of people are saying, and even I think that James Alonso both will start both the games and come off early in the second one. I think that could be a case, and that should be a fair enough situation. And you should hold on to them. Is this game week best for bench boost? Yes, it depends on your team. If you have a bench which is full of non-playing players, that don't. Otherwise, I think this is one of the best game weeks. Havertz to Mount / Foden for a -1. I would go for a Foden there in case because it's a better long-term move, but I don't think you should take a -4 for that move in case you have only those two options available. I think hold Havertz. He plays one game too and the other two as well. Captain Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Saka, everyone is available. I think Salah is the safer option. He is the safest option in terms of captaincy. If you want to chase rank, I think Saka or Jesus make a good case for themselves. Jackson sent in a super chat saying, should I buy an Everton defender, Coleman or... I don't know if you should. Coleman is a good shout. I think Michael Loa, I think if that's his name, as far as I remember pronouncing him, Michael Levenko, I think is the right pronunciation. Wait, where is this guy? Michaelenko, yeah, that's his name, and I think he's a decent. Both of them equally good. I don't really expect any attacking output from them. You can buy them. Neither do I expect a lot of clean sheets. The only reason to go for Pickford is because he gets some safe points. So you can go in that direction, but I don't think so. It's necessary. You pick either of them, they both will play and start and get enough points. Choose two from Alonso, James, and Mount. I think Mount and James. Those will be my two. I'm still heavy on James. Will White start? A lot of people are expecting him to start, so that's something you can look into. Although very unlikely that he starts both, and there could be an injury risk with him. So personally, I'm not going to start him. I might even just sell Doherty or White depending on. I think I'm going to sell Doherty first and then figure out how to go about it. Schmeichel, Foster, Trent, Alonso, Laporte, Tavares, Mings, Mount, Salah, De Bruyne, Salah. Again, Salah. There are two Salah in your teams, and Lookman and Keita Richarlison on wildcard. Points are in the bank. If this is your wildcard draft, I'd like to say some changes. I don't really think Lookman starts the remaining games. He starts two at max out of the remaining five or four. I don't think he goes beyond that. Uh, Mings can become cash if possible. Schmeichel, Foster, Alonso, Laporte, Tavares, everyone else is fine. I think those are the two changes you want to do. Even King, I think it's an unnecessary pick. -8 for bench boost or free hit. I think if 8 -8 gives you a good bench boost, it's fine to take a -8 hit. It's not an absolute ruled out decision. I think -8 will be a popular. I think -4 at least will be a very popular thing this week. -8 could also be pretty much common. Play Madison or Laporte. I would play Laporte. Would you play Kulusevski or Coutinho? I would take the chance on Coutinho more than Kulusevski. Can play Kulusevski either ways. I don't think it's in 50-50 call. If Kulusevski is starting, if I knew he's starting, I'd play Kulusevski actually. Scored before 36. Transfer sessions have bench boost and free hit when to use. Yeah, Path has Matip, Duffy, Kilman, Saka, Kulusevski, Son, Salah, Coutinho, Ronaldo, Nketiah, Poki. Ronaldo to Jesus, that's one move there. And you can upgrade someone like a Duffy to a City defender. So those could be your two City players, and then you can bench boost. I think that should be enough. If you have more transfers, then you can upgrade players like Dubravka or Schmeichel. That gives you a good option. Otherwise, I think this should be enough. Pukki to Richarlison is also in play. So I think three major transfers that you need to look at is Duffy to a City defender, CR7 to Jesus, and Pukki to Richarlison. Son or De Bruyne on a free hit have Kulusevski already. If you have De Bruyne, I think the only problem with De Bruyne at the moment, which I feel, and with captaincy as well, is the fact that if Pep can take him out at 70 minutes, I think when City are comfortably winning a game in the half, I think even around 45 minutes, there's always going to be rotation risk with De Bruyne. So I don't expect him to play more than 70 minutes in any of the games. That's something there. But then again, if Cities tend to score 3-4 goals in the first half, it's very likely that he can get involved in those 3-4 goals already. So it's not a very situation, but I'm not sure. I'm not nailed on very sold out, especially on people who are not on free hit. On free hit, you gotta go there. If you're not on free hit, then you can maybe just leave it. Sun plus Jesus or Kevin De Bruyne and Nketiah. I think Sun plus Jesus makes more sense. It gives you more points outright. I think Sun can do a lot of damage this week. If you have Kulusevski, if you're picking on free hit Kulusevski over Sun, it isn't a bad move. I think it saves you a lot of money. It lets you get players like Trent, Cancelo, which otherwise would have been impossible. Kulusevski or Madison, I think Kulusevski. Pick for a Schmeichel. Schmeichel for me. Plays both the games, better odds for clean sheets and saves. Son and Havertz replacement, Salah, Gordon, or Kevin De Bruyne, Saka. I think I prefer Kevin De Bruyne, Saka to Salah, Gordon, because Saka is on penalties and Saka is a huge upgrade in terms of Gordon. Kevin De Bruyne might just get similar points to Salah. Pukki or Nacho, pick one using bench boost. I think Pukki starts both. Is Bowen a good option? I mean, he's a decent option, but a single game week player at this stage where West Ham have just played the Europa game, I don't think it's necessary. Do you need to Matip to play ahead of Kulusevski? I wouldn't do it. I just play Kulusevski. I think that's fine. Plus with the Matip, I don't think with Matip it's necessary he gets 2 clean sheets. He gets 1, and he's not very goal prominent. He's not very highly involved in the goal threat. So you might as well just play Kulusevski and save the -4. Mateta and Mount out for Jesus and a 4.4 budget midfielder. Please let me know. This Dewsbury Hall, I think 4.4 good move. Jesus in, and especially with Mateta not starting, I think it's a good move. Robert to Matip because of Robert missing one of the games, and Dennis to Richarlison. Robertson might still not miss one of the games. It's just a theory that he is due a rest. I think it's very likely that he does play both the games and gets subbed off around 60-70 odd minutes in the second one. If you're doing the move because of that, it's not the best idea, but I think both Matip and Richarlison will offer you a decent upgrade with your current players. Jota or Foden, I think I'll go Jota. If he gets around 100, he will get around 100 minutes. I think he started the second game and play certain amount of minutes in the first one. And I think you gotta go Jota in terms, and Foden at the start, so that makes an easy move out there. I did pick up your super chat. I think said that Kevin De Bruyne Saka is a better combination only because of Saka. I think Saka is on penalties, has two easier fixtures, lot to play for, and that really edges it for me. Pulisic or Havertz, I think. Pulisic or Havertz. I said Pulisic. Kulisevsky or Havertz, I would still then I would pick Kulisevsky. Pulisic or Havertz, I'd pick Havertz. I don't know if Pulisic starts. Also, rumors of him leaving the club at the end of the season, so that's not a good sign for any player, and that doesn't really relate to goal. I mean, it does not really get converted into game time a lot. Janice Rathod sent in a super chat saying point 0.5 in the bank, Foster, Ramsdale, White, James Size, Livramento, Region, Mahrez, Madison, Salah, Son, Rafinha, Lacazette, Broha, Tony. Two transfers, bench boost, triple captain left, ready for a minus and for more. A lot of changes that you probably would have to make in terms of a bench boost. So first, you probably go Lacazette downgrade to someone like Richarlison, or since you have Mahrez, you don't really need heroes. You can go Richarlison. The second move would be sell Region or Livramento to a City defender, and the third would also improve the defender, the second defender. So basically, Region, Livramento out, get two playing defenders. One of them has to be a City defender, in my opinion. Lacazette to Richarlison, and then you can potentially look for bench boost. Necessarily, you don't have to. You can just stick with this -4 and then hold on to your bench boost for next week. I think next week it will give you better single game week options and decent double game week as well. You can then remove Broha and Tony next week as well. So that's something you can do. Start Gordon over Tavares 100%. I think you should start Gordon over Tavares. I think Gordon is a great move. Okay, 15 minutes left. Jesus or Salah to captain. If you're chasing rank or something, I think I'd go someone like Jesus. I have the same exact dilemma, and I'm gonna ask the team. I'm gonna ask you guys to select a captain. But most likely, if I'm going safe, I'll go Salah. I don't. I think the only thing that shifts it, because Salah will 100% play 180 minutes. He'll 100% be on penalties, and he'll be highly involved. Jota Diaz only the 8.8 midfield. I'm inclined towards going Diaz, and that would be my move from Sterling. Jota is more highly explosive, so it depends on your. If you're looking for a free transfer, not on a free hit, I would recommend Diaz, because if Diaz gets rested or gets reduced minutes against Aston Villa, he's very likely to play a lot of minutes against Southampton, which is exactly what you want from him. Yes, we'll make my moves right now and then refresh. I think I'm going to make two moves. I'm also deliberating the Jota versus Diaz thing. I think I'm still sticking to Diaz. Looks like most nail, and then we'll figure out what to do with him in game week 37. I think he starts, but there could be a case. Yes, there could be a chance where he doesn't. He plays the cup final between. But for now, it's Luis Diaz and Ruben Diaz. So it's pretty much safe. 2.2 million in the bank save. Will be -8. Yes, confirmed transfers. And this looks like my team at the moment. I've subbed out Diaz, and I think if Mateta is benched, then there's no reason to put him first. I think I'll put White as well second, and Amate first. Yep. And I'm also playing my triple captain at the moment, so that's there as well. So as of now, my team looks like this, with Ramsdale in goal, James Cancelo, Diaz, Gordon, Luis Diaz, Coutinho, Salah, Son, Nketiah, and Jesus for triple captaincy at the moment. Double game week defender 4.9 except Arsenal. I think go the Everton boys. Otherwise, there isn't a lot of options to pick out from, especially the good ones. So you probably want to stick there. I'm not sure of Castagne's price. I think Soyuncu is 4.9 or just around that price, so you can go there as well. Suggest a 4.4 or under defender other than Bednarek. I think Tavares is the guy. Will Young start both games? Young most likely won't start both. He might start one, but I'm not sure of the other one. And that one as well is depending on how fit Dini is. Nketiah or Gordon. I would start if you have Richarlison. I start Nketiah. I think there's more goal involvements there. Jesus or Salah for captaincy. I'm not sure. I would not really put it there. I'll just keep it on a safer side to Salah at the moment. But yes, I might go Jesus for captaincy. Go chase rank. It's not like he can't deliver it. The only problem is slight number of minutes and penalties. I have 11 double game week players and 3 Man United players. Should I play bench boost with -8 or play free hit? You should remove all of them and play bench boost if possible. Otherwise, free hit is always an option. It depends on the other players you have in your team. So if you have decent Arsenal, Liverpool, and City boys, then it's fine. If not Coutinho, then who for? I don't see. Is Richarlison a must? A 6 million defender, most likely from Liverpool. Richarlison, I think, is one of the best options. He does have a double game week now. Does have a double game week next week. Highly involved in the Everton goals. He's at the moment around what 70% involved in the last 4 games in the Everton goals. So I think he makes out to be a must there. Who do you think is a triple captain for next game week? I think it has to be Salah. Southampton are very poor. So for people who have triple captain left and are worrying about it, I think the Liverpool boys next week have a great game against Southampton. Southampton totally on the beach, and then you can consider triple captaining there. Mount as a captaincy, but not sure with the minutes because he played a lot of minutes recently. I think he starts, but again, I wouldn't captain someone or triple captain him. You have 2 chips left, bench boost, and another is triple captain. I think bench boost has to be the chip this week if you have a decent bench. Sell White for a -4. It depends who you sell him for. If you're picking a City defender or a Liverpool defender, I would do it. Otherwise, I won't. This week, triple captain option has to be Salah, or if you're going punting like me, go Jesus or Kevin De Bruyne. I think the safer option is Salah. Son to De Bruyne free transfer. I would do it to captain De Bruyne. Kane and Havertz to Kulusevski / Kulusevski to Kevin De Bruyne and Richarlison. I would do it. I would sell Havertz and Kane to Kevin De Bruyne and Richarlison. Would you take a -4 for Son to Kevin De Bruyne to captain him? Yes, I would. On a bench boost currently with the following squad. Yes, I would actually. I would sell him and captain, if possible, Kevin De Bruyne. You have Mount. You probably can even switch him to someone like Kulusevski if you really want a Tottenham player, but I think it's fine to go with Kevin De Bruyne there. Richarlison or Jesus? I think if you're going on a free transfer, it's Richarlison gets you more outlet to points. But otherwise, if you're chasing rank, I think Richarlison will have a higher EO. Going Jesus and even captaining him is not a bad choice. Kilman White, Coutinho, Broha to Diaz, Matic, Gordon, and Nketiah on bench. So I don't see why Matic is necessary. You can probably go somewhere even downgrade to a Dewsbury Hall. Even he could get more output points than Matic. So that's something you can look at. Even Rodri could be a better outlet to points than Matic. Mount to Mahrez or Robertson to Trent. I think Mount to Mahrez might be a more upside move. Which Leicester defender to go for a -4? White to Leicester defender. I think Sorenchu or Castani. Castani, if possible, he is the better option there. And I'm looking for more information on league lineups. Let's just get into that as well. Most people is captaining Salah, so that's an obvious captaincy shout there. No changes in terms of captaincy there, I think. I don't have any news. I have asked someone for Chelsea news, but I don't think I have it. Kevin De Bruyne or Jesus captain? I would go Jesus. I think Havertz or Foden on a hit. I'd go Havertz. Stick to Havertz. I don't know if Foden is long term. I think Foden maybe. Young to Tavares, Emerson Davis for 37, 38. I think Tavares. Son and Diaz or Salah or Kulusevski. Salah or Kulusevski for sure. Salah or Jesus for captaincy. The exact dilemma, if you want to go safe, I think Salah is the guy. Well, then I've sent you something, so maybe you can look into that as well. How do you get the FDR below? It's a plugin extension which I use on Chrome, so that's because of that. I've pinned it somewhere down on some video below. Gordon differential captain is not worth it. I think Robertson or Alonso plus James pairing. I think Robertson over a long term. Go Kevin De Bruyne, but double city defense or single defense plus without KDB or double city. I think double city defense is more essential. Who to captain? Jesus, Salah, Son, or Kevin De Bruyne? I think Salah, and if not, then you can look into Kevin De Bruyne. Mount or Havertz, who to keep? I think Mount. Sell Havertz. FF Scout Mark is actually captaining Sun, which is probably something big news and hard to digest, given the fact that there are better options available. Saka is a punt. I think Saka is a good punt as well. 6 million defender. I have James Cancelo. Thinking of Alonso, Laporte, Matip. I think go Laporte. Fofana or Kulusevski to start Kulusevski. I have Son Kane already. I still start Kulusevski. Mateta, Pukki, or Dennis. If I had to pick someone, I'd pick Dennis more to play for. Still something to survive on. Good replacement for Broha and Scar. I have 1.1 in the bank, so total 10.7. You can Broha to I think NKTL is the obvious one, and then you will have around 1 million in the bank, so you can go for players like Matip. Lookman differential only starts one game in my opinion, doesn't start more than that, so you can go there. Uh, Fofana or Dewsbury or Fofana, I think in that situation. Will Alonso start both games? No. There's no guarantee starts both the games, but he'll start at least one, which is what we know. And more captaincy looking into. A lot of people are captaining Cancelo, which is not a bad shout in my opinion. I'm still looking for news, but I can't really find anything. Thoughts on Tuchel's rotating policy? I think we play pretty much the similar. We play pretty much similar squad. I think Lukaku comes in tonight. What do you do with Ramsey and Mount? I sell Ramsey for Gordon. Is -8 for bench boost okay this week? Yes, I think it's fine. Okay, gotta make a call on captaincy. So you've got 5 minutes. Is it okay to go safe? I think. Michael Robertson, James Cancelo, Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Kulusevski, Saka, Jesus, and Ketia Dennis. That's a good team. I think there isn't a necessary change required there. Vegas to Pukki for a -4. I wouldn't do it. Brocha to Jao Pedro. It's a decent shout, to be honest. Kulusevski or Mount? Maybe Kulusevski or Mount. If I knew Mount was starting both, I'd pick Mount, but again, that's there. Richarlison in place of whom? Mateta, because he's not starting. Amarte expected to start both games. So he's expected to start one of them, not both. MSN or Dini, who should I start? Dini, in my opinion. Okay, guys, write in the chat, should I captain Salah or Jesus? Who I think, whichever thing gets more votes and whichever player I see more, I will just go and captain him. Not really afraid of the rank or anything at the moment. Salah or Kevin De Bruyne, I'd go Salah, safer option. Trent or Alonso, Trent has to be there. Again, Trent Robertson, Trent nailed on. He was rested last week, so I don't see him getting best. Should go there. A lot of people saying Jesus. They start Newcastle. Newcastle did concede a lot of goals. City will break down Newcastle. It wasn't very tough for them. City will drop points. I don't think that's an option. I don't think that happens. I think City will come back harder. That's the thing. That's the thing in my mind. If City go hard, then should be okay. Foden in for Utkarsh as well, I think. With Jesus, it's not a huge punt. I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna save my team, and I'm gonna keep it on Salah because Salah does get you penalties. I don't want to take the chance. So Salah is my captain. I think I'm gonna stick with this team. I know most people are saying Jesus for the fun of it, and I know it's a riskier pick, and that is why everyone is interested in it. But I think just getting the points off his would be fine for me as well. So the team remains the same. It is Ramsdale, James, Cancelo, Diaz, Gordon, Luis Diaz, Coutinho, Salah, Son, Nketiah, and Jesus. Diaz, Jagger says Diaz, Trent, Kulusevski and Kitia, Matip, Alonso, Kulusevski, Jesus, Matip, Alonso, Mahrez and Kitia, Alonso and Kitia, Jesus, VVD Alonso and Kitia, Jesus. Three better combination of players. I think I like Diaz, Trent, Kulusevski and Kitia the most. The second I would pick is Matip, Alonso. I think I still like Diaz, Trent, Kulusevski and Kitia the most. Should I keep Robo? Yes, you can. I don't think it's a very bad hold, to be honest. And you look at the future game, especially if you're not on free hit, you probably want to hold. Still asking for some other news. Two of my sources have said no, so there won't be any news. Is there anything else which we can find on the net? I don't think so. Everyone's probably captain Salah. I'm sticking in there with Salah as well. If he gets some returns, gets a goal, that's enough. Yep, nothing from anybody at the moment. 2 minutes left. Guys, make your moves now. Don't wait for the last minute. Refresh your team, save it at the moment. Non Liverpool, non City captain options. I think Saka is the best in the non Liverpool, non City category. Should I keep Foden? Unnecessary. If you can get a better player who has a double, confirmed double, I would go there. Are you playing the triple captain? Yes, I'm playing triple captain on Salah. Start White or Amarte. White, I think he has more chances to play more the games. Chase rank and go for Jesus. I know I want to go there, but then Salah is too safe as an option, and he will get you points. Is the point. And if you don't captain him, your rank is anyways going down. So this week it's like a duel there. If Jesus gets me points, enough points, I'll cover up rank anyways. Punt on Saka, I would do it. If I had Saka, I would punt on him, and yes, that would be my move then. I could have punted on Saka with Luis Diaz, but then I went with the differential instead of Luis Diaz, but then I went with the differential option. Could get more involved in goals, I think. Iwobi or Gordon. I still have about 10-15 seconds left for the line team to get set and shuffle around. I think it's been saved. Triple captain is on, and yeah, that's it. That is 6 p.m. That is deadline. With this team, I think I could have gone Saka over Luis Diaz. That could have been a move, and yeah, that could have been done. I could have done Diaz to Trent, but then I wanted the only reason why I have not picked Mahrez. I wanted the double defense. I think if City keep 2 clean sheets, that's a huge 12-pointer swing in my opinion. I have no idea why the kickoff has been shifted, but yep. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for joining, guys. Do hit the like button if you haven't already. Do hit the like button. I have not checked the likes. There's only about 32 likes and a lot of more people watching. So yeah, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And we create a lot of content on Instagram, primarily on Instagram. But yes, we do fun deadline streams and probably even more content next year with more time available if possible. So yeah, all of the fun content happens here. All of the only FPL related content happens there on Instagram. So follow us there as well. And yes, if you like FIFA, if you like draft games, if you like such streams, deadline streams, then you probably want to subscribe there as well. Anyways, on that note, we wrap it up. Went for Everton defender and Arsenal attacker. Hopefully everyone has Saka. I think Saka is a good shout. Anyways, on that note, we ended up. Thank you guys for joining the stream. This is FPL Tips signing off.